if you want an estimate on a larger scale project, we'll get you one, but we're going to require a certain amount of money down. Let's say $1,000, because that $1,000 is going to take an entire day. Okay. An entire day for a contractor to go out there, scope of work, pictures, assess the damage, assess what he feels needs done, and maybe a couple different scenarios. All right, everyone. Hello. Today's topic, I'm going to discuss a common question that we get asked by a lot of our clients at Mace Property Management, and just a lot of my investor clients. Hey, can you get me an estimate? Can you get me 2 or 3 estimates? And my response is sure, but it's going to cost money to get estimates. Well, why does it cost money? Well, because it does. Every time a contractor has to get in their van and go to a property and assess it and give an estimate, you're spending his time, and you're spending his gas and his insurance and his overhead to give an estimate he's not guaranteed on getting. And I'm going to go over the pros and cons and why of contractors, and why some of them, rightly so, are terrible and they should be designated as terrible, and rightly so. And some of them are very good. And I think contractors get a bad name because of just the nature of the business. But here's some of the things I wrote down, because repair estimates, they just, when they're free, they're not free. You're paying for it somehow. Free estimates, everybody advertises that. Free estimates, or $99 will come out and unclog your drain. Well, guess what? Those companies will come out and unclog your drain, maybe, but then they will bash you over the head with all the extras, and they will try to upsell you. That's how they get in the door. Okay. It works. The marketing works. It gets them in the door, but trust me, it's not for free. So for example, a repair estimate, just think about, you call a contractor and they have to take your call. They have to come out to the job, look at it, go over it with you. If it's even a smaller job, let's say a small bathroom remodel, like you're picking out some things and like, this is what you want. You might spend an hour there, depending, then you go back to the contractor goes back to their office. They assess the materials needed, the time, the profit margin, the errors. There's like, a contingency factor of things we may run into, and, things that could go wrong. Then they get back to you. So let's say they spent 4 hours. And let's say this contractor has to do this. I had 5 times a week. At 4 hours is 20 hours a week. Now, can you see why free estimates can you see why the complaint I get all the time from other investors? I can't get anybody to show up. I can't get anybody to give me an estimate. Well, that's because there's 600 of you investors and you, the general public, calling these contractors to get the lowest price. And that's all they're looking at, the price. They're not looking at the quality. Do they show up? Are they going to get it done on time? Price might be $2,000 versus $3,000, but it takes them 3 months to get it done. Guess what? It just costs you more money to get the cheaper price. So it's not all about the price. And the general public dealing with contractors is frustrating, because again, you call them, they don't show up. They don't answer their phone. You have to make 20 phone calls to maybe get 2 people to show up. I understand that, but you got to look at it through the contractor's eyes too. That's why they don't show up. They work hard. It's not the funnest job. They have a lot of customers that don't pay them. They screw them over. Now, whether it's their fault or not, it happens. So now you got this vicious cycle, and that's why free estimates aren't free, and that's why you can't get people to show up. So who do you think pays for the free estimate? You do. Ultimately, you're going to pay for it somewhere in that estimate they give you. Even if they give you a low estimate, then they're going to be, at the end of the day, oh gee, we forgot about this, and this is extra, and I didn't realize we were going to run into this, and so on and so forth. So trust me, the cheapest price isn't always the best, and the most expensive price isn't always the best. Really depends on the contractor. With that being said, why are they unreliable? One, the public wants free estimates. They want 3, 4, 5 estimates, and contractors get onto that. They start doing 4 or 5 free estimates a week and they don't get the work. They're like, I'm done with this. I'm frustrated. And that's why a lot of the contractors come to me, because I have an immense amount of work. They know they're going to get the job. They know their price better be fair because we know our numbers, and they know they're going to get paid. So yeah, they don't have to run around giving free estimates. They don't have to run around chasing, oh, the customer's changing their mind on the tile or the color of the carpet or this or that. And, that all costs money. And that, if you change your mind on one thing, it could set back other stages of construction, which for you, it's no big deal. You're the homeowner. So what if it takes 2 months? Well, guess what? That contractor had everything lined up, and now you made a change, and now that change has caused the delay, and the person who comes in after that is on another job. So now that 1 week delay might cost a month delay. And again, it's frustrating for the contractor because now they're losing money and their whole system is out of sequence because you wanted to make a small change. That's why when they deal with us on the rental side, and we're non-emotional about these decisions. We're not changing things. I go with the same kitchen cabinets. I go with the same colors. It's simple. They know what I want. I'm not doing any drastic changes. Sometimes we do like $100,000 or $200,000 rehab. Then everything's really critical and colors and everything, but still there's no emotional attachment for me because I'm an investor. They get beat up on price all the time. And you know what? As a consumer, you want to get the best price. Understandable. A lot of times they don't get paid. I've heard this from a lot of contractors. That guy stiffed me for this. This guy stiffed me for that. Now, sometimes it's their fault because a lot of contractors are not businessmen. They really shouldn't be running a business. They're good at what they do, but they're not good at keeping track. They're not detailed on their estimates. There's miscommunication. And sometimes it's not the owner's fault. They're like, the owner said to you, I want this, and then you did this. So I'm not going to pay you as a consumer, Mr. Contractor, because you put the wrong color tile in. So that's why they have to be real detailed on the estimates, and sometimes they're not. A lot of times contractors will take off with money. So I always tell clients, and I always tell investors when I'm helping them, make sure you get a couple different estimates and you get some referrals and see what kind of work they did, maybe talk to past clients, and make sure you give them a small amount of money down, because I can't tell you how many times I've given too much money, not checked on the work, and I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because I'm always in a rush. So over 30 years, I've lost a lot of money by not managing the contractor. So that's on you. The advantages of working with a good general contractor. So a general contractor is the person you hire who basically hires all the subs. They hire for a bathroom, for instance. Someone's going to go in and gut the bathroom. Someone has to bring the dumpster there. Someone has to bring the materials. Someone's going to be wiring the bathroom, an electrician. They're going to call an electrician. Then they're going to have a plumber come out and plumb the bathroom up so it's to code and everything's fine. Then they're going to hire the carpenter who might do some framing, maybe set the drywall in place, maybe get it ready for tile or whatever you're going to be putting on the walls and the floor. Then you might hire someone to do the flooring. Then you might hire someone to actually install the vanity and this and that. Okay, I mean, that could be one person doing some of that, but you still have a lot of times an electrician, a plumber, and this is just a small job. And all these phases take time, they cost money, and they have to be orchestrated in a certain way so it gets done as quickly as possible and stays on budget and within the time frame allotted. So advantage is working with, like, my company, Mace Property Management. We have a sub company called Rent Ready Rehab, and we do all the repairs honestly, ethically, and at a fair price. There are so many management companies that do not. I won't throw anybody under the bus, but there are a ton, and that's where they make their money. And it's atrocious, and it makes me ill thinking about how bad people get ripped off. Just, that's not the way we do it. But this is the advantage of working with what we call a general contractor. So this contractor gives these, and like we do with our contractors, we give them a lot of work. We know who to call out. You know, if it's a really nice bathroom, we might not want Bob doing it because Bob's kind of like, he does a good rental grade, but he does not do a good $20,000 bathroom. You know, we're putting in $5,000 and $6,000 bathrooms, but then we have a client, maybe every once in a while, we might do a bathroom for somebody, but normally not. But a $20,000 bathroom is different than a $5,000 or $6,000 bathroom. So, you know, you want certain people on certain jobs for the different grades of quality. A general contractor, if they're doing their job, can get the job done quicker and keep the prices lower. They keep the contractors happy because they're always keeping them busy. So, like I said, contractors in many cases aren't good businessmen. They're good. Maybe this carpenter's a great carpenter. He just can't run a business. He can't keep his book straight. He can't keep his schedule straight. And therefore, he's running around 80 hours a week, making the same money or less if he could just work for a good general contractor. And that general contractor basically supplies him the work, tells him where to go, tells him what to do. Then he has 6 jobs lined up for him. So that contract now doesn't have to do any marketing. They don't have to run around giving free estimates. They don't have to run around chasing their tail on change orders and things like that. They don't have to worry about not getting paid. Therefore, their margin to run their business is reduced drastically, less stressful. They're more happy. They can do a better job. And therefore that price is reduced and it's passed on to the client, and they show up. It's all good. It's a good thing. And at the end of the day, you usually get a better quality. You're going to get it done in a timely manner and just a lot of less stress and hassle on your end as the consumer. Now, if you're hiring a management company, that management company is managing that project for you. That's a general contractor, so to speak. Again, the title of this topic today is repair estimates are not free. And what that means is you pay me now or you pay me later. So what we do for our clients is they want an estimate. We're going to get them an estimate. If it's a bathroom or something like that, we can get them an estimate. If it's for an example, we had a client who went with we have clients who go with other contractors all the time. And then they ask us to clean up the mess. And we've done this so many times, we just kind of got tired of doing that. So it's not fair. So if you want an estimate on a larger scale project, we'll get you one, but we're going to require a certain amount of money down. Let's say $1,000, because that $1,000 is going to take an entire day. Okay. An entire day for a contractor to go out there, scope of work, pictures, assess the damage, assess what he feels needs done, and maybe a couple different scenarios. I've done this many, many times. And we'll charge $1,000. If now you have a really nice detailed estimate with pictures and everything. So if you want to take that estimate and give it to 3 other people, go right ahead. It's going to cost you $1,000. If you want to take that estimate and you realize that it's fair and it works, then what we'll do is we'll credit part of that estimate. It's typically half, depending on the job and everything. We'll just credit that half towards the $40,000 job or the $20,000 job. You'll get half of that estimate money back. We practice what we preach. And you have to understand, just from my years of experience, when you want something for free and they're advertising it for free, there is a cost. You just don't know where that cost is. Is a cost in the contractor running off with the money? Is it a cost with added repairs once they start? Is it a cost of not getting done nowhere near on time? Is it a cost of lower quality? You're going to pay somewhere. Hope this was helpful. Even if you're not using Mace Property Management or Rent Ready Rehab to do your repairs, if you're dealing with contractors, the best thing I would do is get some referrals, not necessarily like some of those ones online where, you know, because they're paying to be online and they have 5 stars and 4-star ratings. And I mean, I don't know how many times I've hired somebody with great ratings and they were terrible. So I like personal referrals, like talk to Brian, your neighbor. Hey, Brian, who do you know does bathrooms? Talk to the mailman. Talk to anybody in your neighborhood, talk to friends at work. Get those kind of personal relationships tend to be better than something you find online. If you ever have any questions, you can always email me. I do try to answer every question that I can. It's alex@alexdeacon.com. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and utilize the resources on there. There's some good videos on there that'll help you, the new investor or someone searching to find information on real estate in Pittsburgh and property management and all those types of things. Thank you and have a great day.